Parents, please watch this video, but please keep in mind it's very triggering.
We are in the housing unit for the one female resident here in the facility, and we're trying to find out if she'll talk to us.
Laura's a little intimidated by all of this. She's willing to talk if it's just like a cameraman and you.
Okay, great. Hi, Laura, I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for talking to us. Can I ask why you're here?
Why I'm here? Well, I went to prison in 89, for first-degree rape of a child.
Do you think that you should be here?
Absolutely.
Would you say you're a danger to children if you were to be out in society?
Wow, that's a tough one. I'll just say that I have more things to work on.
Can you tell us how many offenses you've committed toward children?
Well, I have 15 that's accounted for, and I would say, as I've said in all my testings and stuff that they've done, I would say 100 or more.
Before she was caught, Laura was a caretaker for babies and toddlers. She admits she sexually abused her young victims while babysitting them.
When you were offending, what would go through your mind when you would see children or babies even?
Well, I guess I should explain, it's not like all kids, every time I see a kid, I get aroused and, I want to hurt them. How do I explain this? It's being in the line of their care, like having to bathe them or, change them or do, take care of them physically. I did bad things, really bad things. So I almost killed one of my victims with putting a pillow over her head. I had a friend there, so that got interrupted, which I was very glad for after the fact.
What would have stopped you? Would anything have stopped you?
I don't know. I don't think so, because I didn't need to groom my victims because they were so young, but I did have to groom their parents.
Laura says she groomed low-income drug-addicted moms by offering them drugs and alcohol.
What kinds of things should parents be aware of when it comes to people who have committed violations against children?
Don't leave your kids alone. Don't just let any Joe Blow babysit your kids. If your kids are uncomfortable around that person or they don't want to leave with that person, don't make them go.
Were there signs for you? I mean, if someone really was paying attention, were there signs?
Oh,
because
yeah, I
people
think so.
probably thought, well, it's a woman.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a background.
That's a bad one. I think that there are actually more women out there just like me. I just think they ain't been caught. And I don't want this to come out the wrong way. It's almost like back when I was offending, if I saw a parent that seemed negligent or they didn't want to be bothered with their kid or they didn't want to go to the park or they didn't want to play with them or they were messy and dirty and they needed a bath, those were kind of the people that I targeted, the people that just had low stress for their kids.
So you exploited the vulnerable children?
Absolutely, absolutely. Any child is vulnerable, but especially ones that don't get what they need when they're at home.